Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I want to show you a couple projects that I've done for a friend of mine for Christmas. This first one is 4 coasters using the melted crayon technique that Martha Seeking for Art taught us back in April at the art retreat in Austin. She did a Ustream on this technique, and I've explained that technique a few times in my projects in the past when I've done this technique. I've done this type of coaster a few months ago, even I think after we've done this in Austin for Anything But a Card challenge block. So I'm not going to go over the steps too much. I did use coasters that I got at Savers, I want to say over a year ago, maybe a year and a half. And I used Bristol from my Strathmore visual journal. And I traced 4 circles onto one page, roughly cut them out, and then I stamped them with the VersaFine black ink pad and colored them with my Prismacolor pencils. And with the crayon, I don't know if you can pick some of it up, but I used a couple of my glitter crayons with the melting, so you can see there's some glitter in there. And I wanted to use sentiments, but I didn't want to stamp them directly onto the coaster directly onto the paper, because I didn't want the words to get on the girls. So I stamped them on a separate piece of white cardstock with black Memento ink pad, and then I glued them onto the paper with glossy accents, because I didn't think regular white glue will work. Before I did the sentiments, I did glue them on the coaster with the Elmer's School Glue. I am not crazy about this glue. It's watery, more watery than the all-purpose. Probably because this is for school. But this was on sale back in September or August whenever I went to Target, for the back to school supplies shopping. So I grabbed 2 bottles for 50 cents. And I did lay them down after I glued them. I did put them under 2 heavy books that I have, so they were trying to flatten out, but I don't know if you can see, they're not flattened very well. So then after I glued the sentiments onto the coasters. The sentiments that I used are from Viva Las Vegas Stamps. And I edged, before I did the embossing, I edged the coasters with the Viva Decor Inca Gold metallic rub, and this is the gold one. And then I did the embossing. I used a clear embossed ink pad from Ranger, and then 4 coats of the UD, the clear ultra thick. And because I like that smooth finish that almost looks like glass. I really didn't achieve it with this, partly because some of the sentiments, the words in the sentiment were coming up, and it's not really smooth like the am in this one. In the I, they're a little thicker. This one's like even not glued down all the way. I don't know how that happened, but she is the rock star Anya Anya from Grading Firm. And the sentiment I used is I am a Fruit Loop in a world of Cheerios. This is Hippie Anya also from the Grading Farm, and she doesn't have a sentiment because 2 of the sentiments that I did bring up for this project were a little bit too long for the coaster, for any of the coasters that I used. And so that one doesn't have a sentiment, and this one is a lot smoother and a lot more, it looks more like glass, and that's what I like. Maybe if I did a couple more coats of the Ultra Thick, maybe it would have been okay on some of these. And this one is Hippie Willow from Tickle Pink, at least the girl. And there, can somewhat see the glitter from the glitter crayons from Crayola. And this one is, I have Burst of Being a Lady, but they don't last long. And this is 50s Lilith from Tickle Pink. The sentiment here is, oh, I'm sorry, did the middle of my sentence interrupt the beginning of yours? So those are them. These are very easy to do, make fast gifts. So then the other gift I made for her is this 5x7 canvas, whiteboard canvas. This is something that I've seen on Pinterest. I even pinned it, one of these type of things, on my Pinterest board. And I did a base coat of lime green craft paint from Folk Art. And then I decided to get creative and use some stencils that Fiona sent me a couple weeks ago. This one I used a hot pink craft paint from Folk Art. This one I used a purple craft paint from Folk Art. And this one I used a yellow one from Craftsmart. And I did put them all on, sponged them on stencils. And then after it dried, I took some alphabet stickers, a set that I had a lot of letters of, and I just stuck them on the quote. And this quote's from John Lennon: "Life is what happens while you're busy making other plans." And then when I was running out of ease, I ran out of ease when I got to the other, and I panicked a little bit. So I finished the plans part because it was on the last line over here. And then I started painting part of this black. And so once that part dried, I took this E and I put over here, and I finished the word, and then I finished painting the whole, well, not the whole canvas, but I finished what the letters were still there, so I wouldn't ruin this. Black, and once it dried, I peeled back the letters. I had some seepage on some of the letters, like the U and the W, I wasn't too thrilled about it, but I made it work. I wasn't happy with it. Was a cool result. It still is a cool result. I wasn't thrilled with it, and then I decided to take the Signal white pen and just outline the letters, and then I wrote his name, and I looked at it. And then I was like, his first name doesn't look right. So I looked it up online, and yeah, I misspelled it. But the great thing about black craft paint, you can paint over it and cover it up, which is what I did. I just covered up the J, the H, and the O. That's what I misspelled. I just reversed two of the letters. And once that dried, I just took the white Signal pen and wrote it the right way. And then I took the Inca Gold and the metallic rub in the gold and did the edges of the canvas just to finish it off. I like it. It turned out, kind of cool. The only thing I would have done different, instead of getting all fancy with the stencils, I would have just left it with the lime green and called her done. Well, then do the letters and all that, and not do the stencils. But it's kind of cool. And on Pinterest, they have different. They do like not just one color. They do 3 colors or stuff like that, or they do maps. All kinds of different ways to do this technique. I would do this again. I would pick a shorter quote, or just to get a bigger canvas if you're going to do a long quote, and get a lot of alphabet stickers with a lot of E's in it. Yeah, but anyway, and I'm rambling, so I'm going to end here, and thanks for watching.